What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We're back. I wanted to update you guys fairly quickly on the 6-year anniversary for Warframe. Many of you already are fully aware that every year Warframe does do a anniversary of some sort where they give us some unique items in the game that come once a year, and every year they have added something new to that batch. So, without further ado, we have a few items to show up to you guys. So in the previous years, we started out with a set of weapons that you could get in-game. First of all, there is the Dex Furus, which I think is actually a pretty decent weapon through especially the star chart, early game, and even kind of the mid-game. These are fantastic weapons to get your hands on. Anyone who is, early mastery rank 1 through 5 can potentially get these weapons and put some mods on them, and it'll absolutely devastate early on in the game. So I highly suggest grabbing these Dex Furus while you can. Following that, there is the Dex Sibaris, which is a primary weapon, which is basically a Sibaris but set up in the Dex design. Because, once again, there are the Sibaris you can get a little bit later in the game when you get all the resources and all that stuff. Getting your hands on this early game is pretty nice, especially if you're just getting out of using the early game like Breton, Boltors, and Burstons or whatever. If you put your put the time in to grab this weapon, it's a pretty cool two-shot lever action type rifle that is really fun, really fun to use. It may not last you too long in terms of its strength, but it is a brand new weapon, a little bit of mastery, and of course you can have that extra weapon slot if you decide to sell it off. Following that are the Dex Dakras, which are basically the Dakra weapon in the game, well, the Dakra Prime. This is basically two Dakras as a two dual wielding sword stance, which is pretty nice. Definitely worth getting your hands on. While these aren't the most amazing weapons, you get a couple good mods on there and some good attack speed and all that stuff. These can be pretty devastating early game, so pretty nice. Following that is the Dex Nachali Sayandana. So this is an exclusive Sayandana to the every year that comes around. I think this was last year. No, the year before's. So the 4-year anniversary was the Sayandana, and it's pretty cool. I like it. It's got the lotus symbol up top, all that good stuff. You can see that all of these weapons and cosmetics to some degree have a lotus symbol integrated into them, and it's pretty cool. I really like that design. In fact, I even have a Excalibur decked out in a bunch of Lotus colors and all that stuff. He's like a Lotus follower, does everything Lotus says, all that fun stuff. But anyways, pretty good, pretty cool stuff. You have 2 weeks to get your hands on all of these items, by the way, for this 6-year anniversary. If you already have all of these items, you will still get them. However, you can, keep them if you would like for whatever reason. I personally keep them because I actually, I have several builds and several different whatever, and I like to keep weapons separate for each one of my frames. But in terms of, selling it, maybe you could technically sell off your weapons and have weapon slots for free. So you might as well log in to get these regardless if you have them or not. But and next up is the Excalibur skin from last year, which is the Dexcalibur, which is pretty cool. It's a cool looking design. It definitely has, with the right coloration, some pretty cool aesthetics to it. I've seen some people do the stalker kind of look on this thing, and it looks alright. So yeah, pretty nice. But in terms of brand new stuff, you're going to be able to get I'm not as excited for these as I was the previous year stuff, but there is the Lisette skin, which you can see here on the screen, which looks pretty cool. And as well as that, there is going to be a Dexcalibur Noggle. So the Dexcalibur skin for Excalibur, you got a little Noggle for you that you can grab. So pretty nice. I believe that all of this stuff is through doing an alert in the game. unless the new stuff is given to you automatically. That might be the case. The new stuff might be given to you automatically, the old stuff might be through an alert of some sort, which usually are fairly simple, but pretty nice, pretty easy to get your hands on, and definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. If not for the slots, or if not for the weapons, you can get them for the slots. But anyways, that's going to be it. March 27th through April 10th. You can get your hands on these, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. In terms of channel stuff, if anyone is interested, I've been a little bit lackadaisic on Warframe content recently because I actually lost an entire Warframe folder which contained a lot of archived footage of my Warframe stuff, which was just kind of, stuff that would be filler for when I talk about things like this. The other thing is I was working on a Tenogen Spotlight, actually 2 Tenogen Spotlights, and they were heavily edited with some really cool things, editing that I did to those, and those are gone, and it took me several hours to try and get that finished, and now that it's gone, I really kind of dread getting in and editing another video of Warframe right now because I've already done it already, but I'm getting back into it, guys, so I apologize. And those of you who, those of you who are at this point in the video that have listened through all the good stuff, maybe you've gone a little bit further and you care about the channel and all that good stuff, I'm going to drop some platinum codes on the screen for you guys. So first person to claim the PC code will get 75 plat. First person to claim the Xbox code will get 75 plat. First person to claim the PlayStation 4 code will get the platinum on that. And I believe I do have a Switch code. So if you see a Switch code on there, first person to claim that will get 75 platinum as well. So that's just another way for me to say thank you guys for all the help and all that good stuff. So thank you. I will see you guys again in the next episode. Blah!